What's going on, y'all? Zay's Perception, back for another video. And in this video here, I want to talk to y'all about a controversial topic that a lot of people talk about on YouTube. Should you quit your job in 2025? Now, I'm not finna be on, now I asked the question, I'm not finna be on here just telling y'all to straight up quit your jobs, because I don't want to have, influence is powerful. And I know some people listen to my channel, and I have people who actually are influenced by me. So I'm not encouraging y'all to quit, just straight up quit. But one thing y'all got to understand is that these jobs do not care about you. They don't care about your well-being. They don't care about your mental health. They don't care about your spiritual health. If you're working a career job where you can control and have your own freedom, that's different. But if you're working just these regular 9-to-5s, these BS jobs that don't care about you, that want to underpay you, but then use you for more stuff, that's the job I will encourage you to quit right now, because it really is soul draining. Don't ever be afraid to walk away from a job, because if your mind and spirit has left the place, take your body with it, But if you're young, if you got aspirations, have a couple grand saved up at least before you quit. If you're trying to go to school, or if you're trying to get a certificate, if you're trying to invest into a business. Because if you want to quit your job, chances are you have something way better waiting for you on the other side. So don't be afraid to quit. I'm gonna quit my job very, very, very soon. My job is just a means to an end for me to get in school. And to have a grace period for myself to where I won't run out of money while I'm in school. That's the only reason I'm at this job that I'm at right now. That's the only reason. It's just serving me a purpose so I can get in school and not go broke while I'm in school, because I don't want my parents taking care of me. So I'm racking up a little bit, and then I'm leaving. I'm gonna leave my job very, very soon. And y'all gonna be getting a video very, very soon of me quitting my job. I'm gonna tell y'all everything, But if these jobs is not serving your purpose, you don't need to be there. You don't need to be there anymore if it's not serving your purpose. Like, save a little bit of money. You got kids, it's all situational. That's why I'm not just telling you to straight up quit. But I know a lot of y'all are young on my channel, and I know a lot of y'all young people like me are just working these jobs, working 40 hours a week. You can never get that time back, But use the money for a means to an end. If you're trying to go to school or start a business, invest, use the money for that. But don't be at these jobs too much longer. If you got a bull crap 9-to-5, bro, quit that job very soon. Quit the job when you got a couple grand, and then just start your business, bro. Because you sitting around wasting time at these jobs, bro, it's not gonna do anything for you in the long run, bro. That's why they pay you every week, to keep you trapped in the system. That's what these jobs are designed to do, keep you trapped in the system. To not allow you to think bigger. But if you're thinking bigger, and you're at your job, and you're thinking bigger, and you're getting inspired by all these things, you want to go to school, you want to start a business, you want to do this, you owe it to yourself to go ahead and quit. Because you can always get money, especially if you have a business, something that's going to be valuable for the world. If you're starting a business, something that's going to be like a trade, if you want to go to trade school, start a business with that. If you want to go to school, you can always make money. Don't worry about money. As long as you got a plan, and as long as you're going to school and get some education, you're going to make money. The time is what you can't get back. That's what you have to understand. You can never get your time back once you waste your time. So don't waste your time at a BS job that's not serving your purpose, bro. Rack up a little bit and get on. Bounce. There's so many people out there who are working these jobs that they don't even want to work. If you want to work your job, live your life and be happy. If you had a career job, if you doing a job that's giving you flexibility, if you got freedom, if you're doing a job that genuinely makes you happy, don't listen to me. But I'm talking to the people who are kind of around my age, kind of young adults, and they're working these jobs, wasting their time. You don't have to work a job and waste your time at this place, man. I'm telling you. Because it's not serving you no purpose. It ain't serving you no kind of purpose, bro. Working this BS job. You know, only purpose, only little means is serving me is to get a little money so I can pay for school. Just a means to an end. But I'm gonna be making a video telling y'all when I quit, because I'm quitting very soon. You know, I'm quitting my job very soon. It ain't gonna be too long where I'm out of my parents' house too. I'm moving out of my parents' house very soon when I finish school. When I finish school, get a better paying online job or something, or I can do commission with my skill, because my skill is very high demand that I'm learning. It's a very high demand skill. I'm learning front end web development. So once I learn that skill, you know, y'all can look it up. I'm not gonna tell y'all how much that can make, but y'all can look it up. You know, it's not all that much, but it's something to get me started out. You know, it's something to get me off to a good start. For a 22, 23-year-old, that's a good start. You know, once I go to school, get the certificate, learn this high demand online skill, I'm gonna use that skill, leverage it, you know, market it myself, you know, get a job, get a commission job or whatever, and get off to a good start, move out and live my life, do what I need to do. Because I have a plan, I know exactly what I need to do, you know. I just gotta get in school, get this high demand skill and go ahead and do what I gotta do, you know. And then usually people at these low end jobs that we work, they're always trying to tell you how to live your life. But they 40, 50, 60 years old working with you. Dude, you're old enough to be my dad and you're working with me. You're making $12 an hour, $11 an hour, $13, $14, $15 an hour. And you're working with me. You're working with my 20-year-old self. But you're old enough to be my dad and you're trying to tell me what to do, but you're working with me. You're making the same money as a 20-year-old dude. But you have the right to try to tell me how to live my life. See, that's the thing that really pisses me off about these jobs. People want to project on you. And people want to tell you how to live your life. You ain't got no right to tell me how to live my life. Focus on your life. You 50 years old, still working at a low-end job, but you got everything to tell me. You don't even know me. You don't know what I'm studying. You don't know how smart I am. You don't know my IQ. You don't know anything about me, but you got everything to say about me. That really pisses me off right there, you know? That's the main reason I want to leave these jobs. You know, but the overarching reason why I want to leave is because it's not serving my purpose. Nothing about this job is serving my purpose. Nothing about this job has anything to do with what I'm doing in life. Nothing to do with it, you know? So I encourage y'all, if you're under the ages of 27, bro, if you're 18 to 27, that's usually who I'm talking to on my channel. If you're older than that and you're working a job, do what you got to do. I'm not telling you to quit. But man, if you're young, if you're in your 20s, you don't have to work these jobs, man. You can save a little bit of money and go do what you got to do for your business and your school and get certified doing something and make a business out of that. Make a social media based company. You know, it's plenty of skills you can learn. Affiliate marketing, digital marketing, you know, sales reps, you know, video editing, front end web development. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm learning initially before I start my business doing what I really want to do, like herbalism and stuff. But I'm learning a high demand online skill so I can get myself grounded in this world, so I can have something up under me. I can have a solid foundation to start off with, you know. All kind of stuff you can learn. Graphic design, you know. It's all kind of stuff you can learn, bro. Just pick one. Pick a high demand skill that you can learn, or you can do a trade, you know. If you're in college, stay in college. If you feel like you need to go to college, stay in college. I'm not telling y'all what to do with your life. You know, I'm just encouraging the people who need to hear this video. The right people should find this video. Who are at a job, who's at a job right now, who's working a job and they really don't like what they're doing. Quit. That's basically God saying there's something better for you at the end of the tunnel. Quit. You are literally draining your soul by staying at this job. You don't owe it to yourself to do that. You're draining yourself. That's what you're doing. So I want to thank y'all for watching this video, man. More videos coming for y'all soon. If you got any kind of inspiration, motivation from this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me, man. We almost at 1,000 subscribers, man. And see right there, I'm doing YouTube. You know, I'm grinding. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, man. That's going to help me out when I start my business. You know, all of y'all are going to get value from me product wise, and you know, me coming on these videos talking to y'all. Y'all gonna get value regardless. We all about self-improvement. We all about getting to that next level. Thank y'all for watching. I'm out.